Um, Before we start, we'd like to thank you all for coming. Thank you. And thank you for being should be on time. Thank you. Because, yeah, give yourself a round of applause. Yay. For being should be on time. Um, uh, we hope that tonight is going to be a great night. Yeah. Excitement. Can we get some excitement from you? Thank you. You guys are awesome. Okay. I don't want to, I mean, it's not really a surprise because we probably told you already, but this is live streamed, so the whole world can see us. So can we get some excitement for the whole world seeing us? Yay! Hooray!
Hello everybody. Hope you're all excited again. Our performers are going to come up and give you a few words about change.
However, before we do that, we just want to tell you a little bit about ourselves and a little bit about this event in case you just showed up and you don't know what it's about. Um, we are, no need for the,
What?
it was a funny
It was
joke.
a very funny
Thank
joke.
you, thank you. We are Nas with Notepads. And by we, I mean me and this guy and those million people over there. They're all Nas with Notepads. We're one big family of young people who love poetry and we love spoken word and we love quality poetry. So we try to kita.
We're not limited to just young people.
And we're not limited to just young people, this is true. Is that a joke on my age?
No, it isn't.
Anyway, so basically we really love poetry and we love quality poetry and we want to show the world that we as young and old people in Sudan have talent and we're not just about, the regular stuff that you see. So we found out about this event. It's an international event, 100,000 Poets for Change, and we decided to join it. And basically what it is, 100,000 Poets for Change is an organization that promotes poetry and literary arts. And also promotes thinking about change, whether that be social change, cultural change, political change, whatever. And they have an event every year. And every year it's on the same date, at the end of September every year, all over the world. And this year, I think they have 500 events in 100 countries. So that's pretty amazing. And not only that, but Sudan this is the first time for Sudan to join this event. And we're doing it, and you're here. So yay you, and yay us.
Yay everybody.
We don't want to bore you too much with a lot of host talk, because honestly, I'm not very good at it, and probably, I don't know.
I think we'll let our performers say.
Right. So I think our performers should speak for themselves, and I think we should just get this night started with a few things about change.
Hello everyone. Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do.
Wake me up.
A prophetic saying, God should not change the conditions of a people until they change what's within themselves.
I'm not the man who I was, nor the man who I will be.
It's been a long time coming, but I know change is gonna come. Oh yeah.
الخاسرون.
Life is a train, son. It runs on time, so have patience. It will make that temporary stop at every station to pick up and drop. Some passengers will go the extra mile with you, and some will leave early, so appreciate everyone on this journey.
Change. Change is like a tide that can tickle your feet, but also drown you at the same time.
To exist is to change. To change is to mature. To mature is to go on creating oneself endlessly.
Change need but start with a single thought, ringing off a mountaintop, reaching unsuspecting years and breaking down the shield of fears.
The world as we have made it is a process of our thinking. We cannot change the world without changing our thinking. Albert Einstein.
الشيء الوحيد اللي ما بيتغير هو التغيير. يلا نخليه للأحسن.
The only chance a woman has to change a man is when he is a baby.
Don't make change for the cheddar, make change for the better, cause fame is a setup.
Change, the consistency by which nothing remains the same.
If I could start from scratch, what would that change?
Still, I see no changes. Wake up in the morning and I ask myself, is life worth living or should I blast myself?
I had something I wanted to say, but I changed my mind.
لا يغير الله ما بقوم حتى يغيروا ما بأنفسهم.
Change, adapt, develop, or quote, let me drop a line that is not so dope, because looking at things, we haven't really accomplished any of those. The world will never change if you don't do your part, starting with your mind, soul, and heart.
And if you're still breathing, you're the lucky ones because most of us are heaving through corrupted lungs. The not yet men of my generation, I don't like the way you trip when you walk or the way you cuss when you talk, and I sure as hell don't condone your comic blasphemy. Cursing at your God, cursing at your faith, بتسبوا في دينكم for your lack of vocabulary. The not yet men of my generation buy a belt, preferably leather so you can scratch onto it your hopes and dreams. Pull yourself up by the waist and wear it as a metaphor of your victory, because truth be told, your pants only hang as low as your parents' expectations of you. The not yet men of my generation, if I'm being harsh, you should know it's only because you are who my brother is when I'm not around. It's only because you are who my son is going to have to look up to, and I'd rather he look up a bit further from the ground. The not yet men of my generation, take it easy on the brinji. Spare your lungs, hold on to your breath for as long as you can, because time will find ways to take it away, to slow it down. Allow your insides to decay on their own terms, naturally and gracefully, and all in due time. The not yet men of my generation, I know that muscles don't break, but they do strain, so give your hearts a break from the resistance. Stop trying so hard to be indifferent, because you can't change your way of living if you're dead inside. The not yet men of my generation, let your knowledge be your armor and your weapon be your word, because it's your voice that wins the battle, not the hand that pulls the sword. The not yet men of my generation, be the art that needs creation, be the voice that feeds this nation. The not yet men of my generation, may you be the ones that bring salvation. Thank you.
we get another round of applause for Kutuf Yahya? All right. Okay, so Tani, because she was first on stage. That's Hara. Thank you. All right. Thank you, Overlook. Yeah, that kind of enthusiasm. That's what we want, you guys. Jeez. Okay, a few tips for you guys because seems like انتوا شوية ناخرين and ولا ما عارفين تعملوا شنو ولا أنا ما عارفة. So little tip to how to enjoy this night. If you like what you hear, clap, scream, say whatever, say words, say snap your fingers, whatever you want. Thank you, right here. See, like that. There's nothing wrong. Anything goes. This is supposed to be a fun night. We want you all to have a really, really good time. So please let that come out in your behavior. Thank you. Thanks, Edma. That being said,
of course, our last performer was Kutuf Yahya, and our next performer is going to be Ahmed Jihad.
Look into the skies. Where did all of his dreams go? Can he make them happen, or will tears make them grow? They taught him, never give up on your dreams. Reach to the skies and don't fall on your knees. He wished he could meet who told him that, cause even as a dream he wished he could follow that. Had to give up on many things that to pursue others. Lost his real life, now he's hiding without a cover. Roaming the earth, he should start believing in legends. A shooting star, an Irish dwarf, yeah, he gotta try his luck with them. Boys have this thing telling him he shouldn't dream, because at the end he lost every hope's beam, getting burned inside out by his own will. Stop doing ish like he don't have the skill. Woke up one day with change on his mind, been stuck in negative for so long, for positive he was color blind. Looking for the light that shine to guide him through his journey, denying the darkness, saying I'm not letting it cuff me. Taking the first steps toward changing his dreams, because dreams change into the reality of people and fiends.
Wonderful. It's my turn to bore you. Tonya, Jama. What? Come over here? Okay, good. You can use that mic. Let me lower it. There you go. Yeah, so as you know, the theme has changed, and I hope you all change your clothes before you came here because change is necessary. Change is the only constant. So we're about to change the scene on this stage right now and introduce our next performer.
Rayyan Farid.
Assalamu alaikum. In a way, I have become cynical, but I guess nowadays it's just a passcode to a life where the past has been set to explode in the face of the cluelessly unforgiving present. Nowadays, I'd rather get out than stay. There ain't much to live or die for. It's not worth it, you see, going through this nonsense. I don't know if this is thinking outside of the box or just getting out of context. We live in a world where we hail a convict or follow the daily lives of what could be a prostitute, condemned to a life of servitude, or brainwashed and infused by the media and the news. Nowadays, all you see on the streets is crackheads and booze, not knowing they willingly choose to lose. Since when did the term battling became a word to describe dancing, and the term fucking replaced the meaning of the word loving and romancing? Whatever happened to that soulful moonlight chanting which represented a culture? Nowadays, niggas be rapping about shit that ain't even worth having. And you know what's sad is? These masses that's clapping. How humiliating and degrading that nowadays pockets be bigger than brains when books should be thicker than chains. In exchange, they replace knowledge with cocaine. In exchange, they replace knowledge with cocaine. Most of us died and will die in vain. And we are still looking for whom to blame. Nowadays, nations are rising, revolting, sculpting their own history, while we sitting here idle, only to talk when they insult our religion. But I remember a few weeks back, it was Muslims who burned down the Bible. It was Muslims who burned down the Bible. Nowadays are the days where the good is deceased. And so long to religion, there is nothing left but a man-made creed who controls both poverty and greed and still rides on top of its Chinese teeth. This world has fucking changed indeed. Thank you.
Was that awesome or what? That was pretty damn amazing. Solid.
Blah. Blah, blah.
Oh, go straight into it. Yeah, do it. Yeah, you're blah. You're blah blah.
Blah, blah? Blah. Blah. Blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. But now for a true performance. Next up is
May al Khair.
with a piece called Sudan.
السلام عليكم. فرحة وزغاريد، فرحة وزغاريد، تهليل وأناشيد، ترنيمة ميلاد، مجيد، مدحة مولد، تنعش القلب من جديد، نبقارة ودلاليق، جيت جابوه ود أسمر وسيم، سموه سوداني الجميل، نادوله بلدي الحنين، أسد أفريقيا ولدوه الليلة عيد، زغرتي يا السرة وأرقصي يا التاية، ذاك التوم ودرقية ضبح التور للسماية، ومحمد العسكري رقص فرس وفرحة تمام غاية. سوداني الليلة اتولد، سوداني الليلة اتولد بعد ثورة وانتفاضة من يد الإنجليز، فلت الله أكبر يا بلد، الله أكبر يا نوبة يا مهدية يا دينكا وسواكنية. سوداني كبر، سوداني كبر حدادي مدادي، وكبرت فوقه أحلام أجدادي، زرعوا وصنعوا، زرعوا وصنعوا، بنوا ورفعوا اسمه في سماء أفريقيا يلالي. بلدي، بلدي الطالب والعامل، بلدي الطالب والعامل، مهندس بترول وكمان دكتور، بلدي الضابط والصيدلي، طبيب أسنان، محاسب وكمان عسكري، بلدي التاجر الأديب والطلبجي، بلدي العالم والمزارع والبسطجي، بلدي سيد اللبن والمكوجي، السايق الركشة والوزير بالكامري يجي، بلدي الأب الجد الأخ العم والخال، بلدي ود العمة وود الخالة وود الجار في البال، بلدي الجامع والخلوة، بلدي الجامع والخلوة ودرس الأحد في الكنيسة مع مس سلوى، بلدي الملجة وسمك النيل فالطضان بشط الدكوة، بلدي النيل وريحة الطين، بلدي النكتة والحكوة، بلدي الضحكة والغنوة، بلدي الجيرة والخوة، نخوة وكرم شهامة وقوة، بلدي الكبري من توتي ليل خرطوم جوا، زلط ممدود من ام درمان ليسوب الحلة، مباني شاقة السحاب جوا، بلدي الصمغ العربي ذهب استثمار زراعة ثروة حيوانية، يا ربي ديما تزيد عمار، بلدي ثقافة وحضارات، بلدي مدارس وجامعات، رياض أطفال ليجيل بكرة، مستقبل بكوري ومنا، مستقبل نبنيه ليهم ونفني فيه عمرنا، زي ما عمروه أجدادنا، بكرة نعمره لبكوري ومنا. شكرا.
Are your hands sore? Then you're not clapping enough.
وبرضه عشان ما تقولوا بنعرف عربي.
It's the host job.
Yeah, some announcements. Some announcements.
Please start.
أول حاجة أنتم مسخنين ولا كويسين ولا كيف؟ الجو كيف معاكم؟ Can I change that? No, but I can offer drinks that are in the back. Yay! You guys can go ahead and that are for money, your money. You buy them with your money.
And
Yeah.
if you have enough money to drink, then you have enough money to donate. Yeah, that's the spirit.
We'd also like to thank Burj Fateh for giving us the space because it's really sweet of them. Yeah. Oh, you guys can do it better than that. Thank you. شوفوا المنظر الرهيب ده. تفقدوا المنظر ده. Yeah, beauty. Nature وكده. Next up.
I'm gonna say it.
Yeah, you say it.
Next up is Ahmed Hussein with a poem called My Life.
Yo, salam alaikum. Don't you ever get deceived. Always keep an open eye. Don't you ever live beneath another man's hopeless lie. Keep your ish certified. Think outside the box. Even if you're locked inside, don't you give in. I know you're trying to fit in. What's the options for you? You gotta make a living, but you kinda spoiled. You want the fame and the glamour. You want your name on a banner, so people at the top would adore you. But hip-hop is the voice of the voiceless. You don't want change, then your choices are pointless. Like praying on doomsday. Like praying on doomsday. But your choices are pointless. Like praying on doomsday. I'ma move your fate forward. Have your crew saying touche. My lines shoot lasers. Superman or Lupe, my flow too hot. Carry Satan on two wings. Don't you ever get deceived. Always keep an open eye. Don't you ever live beneath another man's hopeless lie. That's what's stated on my blueprint. If the shoes fit, I wear them. Throwing loose hits, I swear I'm about to lose it. Not trying to act foolish and tear them up to 2 bits. Have your kids staring at you while I'm chucking up my deuces. But this music, it will never keep me company. These drum loops, snares, and kicks, they ain't enough for me. I'm drained in this pain and this rupture in my same mind and physical brain. Started questioning my destiny. Should I try to move on? Should I try to move on? But I'm drained in this pain. Should I try to move on? Should I try to move on, get seduced by my... Should I try to move on, get seduced by my loose arms and choose to bring you harm? Thank you.
You guys, can we give a round of applause for Ahmed? Because seriously, this was last minute. Like, we called him in today and asked him to come perform. When everybody else had a rehearsal, he did. So, yeah, Ahmed. I'm missing a co-host. I don't know where he went. Oh wait, he's performing. Up next is Slavic, Dancing Mukhayyab, with a piece called Composition. Clap!
Alright. Composition. Day 1. We have been invaded. Evaded the stray shots that made it past the walls that barricaded. Forced to face this occupation are unwillingly partaken. A force that foresees the fall of all in haste when it's wise, it sees as necessary action. To fractions from the first day we are split. Who's against the movement and those who move with it. Day 2. Dare say who, what, when, where, or why the explosive motives make sure you die. Asking leads to blasting, casting fear upon the masses. And the fact is, curiosity killed the cat. So, curiosity is the man in the army hat. Still unknown to those, alone you're not harming that. But all those on the undertone should form a pact. Day 3. Streets speak silently. Violent outbursts, speechless ambient. We spend our hours waiting for the transient chance to make lead, find a way to sneak through the cracks of the enemies. Relentless, bent on breaking our defenses, not those of body but heart, soul, and mentals. Metals against flesh and bone, staying at home because the streets bring stress alone. Day 4. For those who could not take anymore, the floor was their residence, laying in a pool of their own blood as evidence, hoping they find preference of the afterlife, thinking we won't ever see laughter, right? There's light, but our eyes do not see it, like bright minds with thoughts stuck in deceit. Fear seems to be hearing me, nearing me is strength. Sense seems to be fearing me. My will shall not bend. Day 5. Still alive. With a plan devised, those who remain wise. Our brethren who had diverged from our side turned their backs to the lies. No armed, but an army. As one they could harm me, but it seems these scars leave or we leave like tea leaves soaked. All becomes bitter. What I see is hope. All but a sliver. A silver lining about a cloud so gray glitters. Day 6. We rise, we fall. We rise again, miracles not seen by the eyes of men. I'll fight, and then I'll fight again until my object reaches its end. A right hand of might, and a left that's blessed. A bewildering sight stands before those who contest. Day 7. Heaven. Have I died? Why does my life flash before my eyes? This is my life, my pride. I subside beside the bodies of my fellows and lie, my life, my pride, my bride, my mother. I love her, she loves me, and she shouts and whispers to me, sweet is the taste of victory.
Yeah, he's back. No, not yet. Not yet. Yeah, we have a really special performance next that I'm really excited to see because I saw it before, haha, and it was amazing, like beyond. And I won't make them nervous by saying how amazing it was. I'll just call them up. Mabed Saeed and
Ahmed Salah.
Life versus Humanity.
Assalamu alaikum. Okay.
Mic check.
Mic check.
Mic check.
Right. Okay. Before we start our piece, there's one thing that everybody here has to do. Whenever we say all rise, you all have to stand up. Is that okay? Do we have a deal?
It's not now. Just
All
wait.
right. So I'm just going to test it. All rise.
Nice.
Great.
Nice.
Thank you, everybody. Please be seated. All right. So what's the piece called?
Humanity versus life.
All rise. The honorable judge now resides.
Please be seated.
The case, humanity versus life with the charges of oppression. This court is now in session.
I want to make a resolution against life. Just because it manipulates our minds by giving us hopes and dreams till we believe, then scratch it with no retreat and giving us more pain to bleed. That's why I want to sue life just to see how things gonna be.
I name you life, a deadbeat street hustler, a con, a fraud, a sham to justify my demand that you be placed in remand. You played us from the start. The dice were always loaded, you dealt us the worst of hands. Need I subpoena the history books to take the witness stand?
Well, I'm talking white walls and things flying to having them wings. I'm talking meeting my granddad, tell them how things are bad in life without no patience when I survive. Yeah. Whoa, it's like a roller coaster, goes up and down, stop counting minutes of time, smile for a minute. You will be okay, hey Mr. Minister. Tomorrow we shall pray, we shall stay, wake up, see a better day. So don't let it turn to a nightmare, but face your troubles every day. And I promise you will be okay, yeah, 'cause life is like a dream. Stop this game. You mastered the art of playing. Come and walk in my lane. You taught me how to manipulate. That's why I've hired a detective to detect your fakeness. You planted hopes and soul, but I can't be played anymore. I'm suffering since birth through all the wrongs and I'm still, no. I had faith, but now it's all gone. So how bad could it go? Whether daddy has or I live just to live to go with, just to live with go with the flow to reach a point and not know.
Unfair is how we were treated, and just what we had begotten. You claim to be peachy on the out, while in the inside you are rotten. You disguise yourself under 1,000 layers, till your true meaning was forgotten. Yes, you, life.
Yo, life. Do you know what this word means? Means hardness, toughness, coolness, and every other lie we've been told. We got told with every new dawn pain will be gone, and I don't know, is it by me going to sleep? I see no more bleed? No, it won't be okay. Cause life, the essence of this life is cash. Not the ethics, it's just the bloody damn cash.
It's true. Time has passed, but we have failed. To that I do attest. But how were we to prevail when life had rigged the test? Condemned to this abyss. When we were passing guests, Your Honor, the prosecution now rests.
The defendant, how do you plead?
Not guilty, Your Honor.
They cursing me, blaming me, doing stuff on my behalf and throw it on me. You driving me crazy to insanity. Cause demons are whispering and Lucifer assisting by nagging to your ears.
Just do it.
And after it's done, you realize how bad it was. Then you, yes you humanity, don't regret but forget it's all done with your own hands. Then you start saying ملعونة بالدنيا اللي خلتنا نعمل كذا.
I stand before you slandered and maimed, sick and tired of burdening your blame when it was you, chasing power and fame that put my name to shame when I refused to play your game. And now you got the balls to claim I am insane? I am not insane, I am the asylum. You cherish till you perish, racks of paper you will pile them, intoxicated to that material volume, obsessed. And I declare you mentally unfit. Life is what you make it, so cut the bullshit.
Wanna know why humanity simply asks humanity to walk away from life? Just because you became a money worshiper asking for more flashy styles. You kill in the name of religion, peace, health, whatever you want just to get your desires in higher positions in life.
Your Honor, why am I being tried when the wounds were self-inflicted? Do we lock up the whole economy or the ones that got addicted? These heretics have initiated a witch hunt to which I plead your dismissal. The evidence is rhetoric and I move for my acquittal. The prosecution wasn't able to provide one single testimony. We're not even married and I'm prosecuted for alimony?
Your Honor, every time a soul is gone, I push a new dozen with every dawn and I'm still playing fair till the judgment day. So what you got to say? Hold on, before that. Yo, humanity, didn't you separate humans by their colors? This white has to rule and this black must be fueled. This Asian has to cry and this Arab has to die. You skeleton the bone and after all the tone in your voice is like a boss, so fuck you for those.
When you had nothing else, you accused the circumstances, while every breath you took was a set of second chances. For a minute here, you really had me fooled.
Objection, Your Honor.
Well, objection overruled. You want to accuse me and say life is cool? When I am every heartbeat, every breath and every movement. Life is what you made it. But instead of seeking redemption, you offer an affidavit when it was you who has wronged me with your filth and your stench. Excuse me, Your Honor, may we approach the bench?
I see no absolution.
This suit lacks legal precedent
through which the prosecution
has failed to bring forth evidence.
No sign confession or untimely transgression.
And since I've yet to examine
one single witness,
no ruling can be passed
in the favor of the plaintiffs.
Nevertheless,
humanity is clearly under duress,
and the earthly is the obvious victim,
imprisoned within impenetrable walls.
And life has consciously helped to build them,
but humanity held the key
and chose to use it seldom.
So how am I expected
to determine the prime instigator?
When the sentences and conviction
lies in the hands of the Creator.
I hereby rule
in favor of the defendant, and though some will deem it strange,
humanity has been found guilty,
and I condemn humanity to change.
Take heed to my words
and consider yourself be warned.
This case has been dismissed,
and I announce this court adjourned. All rise.
ما قلت لكم
Wow.
This is really hard. Seriously, like clap again, because that was really amazing. خلاص يا خذ هاتوا بريك يعني. لا ما قدر بالأكل. رايكم شنو؟
صفقوا ثاني هاي. Yeah.
شفتوا بعد البتاع ده بعد all that energy we're gonna give you guys a break.
Yeah.
Get a drink, cool down,
Donate.
donate.
Wow. Oh, by the way, if you donate, get this. If you donate more than 20 Sudanese pounds, you get a free notebook.
Ooh.
Wow. And they look really good.
And if you donate 50 pounds, you get a hug. So break time. Hello? People at the kiosk, can you come back, please? We're about to start, so can everybody take their seats, please? People at the kiosk, buy your drinks and come quickly. We're starting.
ما سامع؟ ما سامع؟ Everybody, first person to reach their seat gets nothing. Quickly,
Go, go, go!
run. Or take your time.
People at the
Um.
kiosk, please buy your drinks quickly. If you can't buy a drink, if you're still in line, please come back.
Please come back.
والله في بريك تانية.
Please.
والله حيكون عندكم chance. بس تعالوا. النبي تعالوا. الرسول تعالوا.
And if you planned to just buy a drink before the second part, you can change your plans.
Because the theme is change, get it? Change.
ما تتمسكوا.
I feel like we're talking to ourselves.
We are, but that's the most fun to do.
You're listening? Yay, Rayyan is listening. Yay.
Yeah, anybody who's listening, just raise your hand.
All right.
All
Okay,
right,
keep on
anybody who
listening.
wants to sit down should sit down.
You guys clap so people will sit down. Clap, 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 clap.
clap like somebody, like make people feel like they missed something.
Yeah. يعني فيش نافع
يا جماعة
تقعدوا.
أي زول ما شاعر بإنرجي ممكن بس حبة يعني get excited. Get excited.
Hey, أنا هنبدأ. دايرين ما دايرين بدأ. نبدأ ولا ما نبدأ؟ أنا أبوي شوي. أنا أبوي زي اختفى كده. أبوي شكله برنامج ما عجبه. Okay, we're gonna start.
All right.
Yeah.
Next up.
Next up.
Next up.
Next up.
حرم قاسم مخير.
With a piece called Choice of State.
Right. A fine configuration of time and place. A closing distance of open space. Not knowing when the end began, we do. Knowing only that we can. An error on the choice of stake. They live to conquer, and they give to take.
proclaimed transparent, to speak truth, concealed, apparent, that wretched hue. Yet, yes, neither a fault to condemn nor shun, for pretense is the king of hearts. His battle, justly won.
That was to calm you guys down after Ma'bad and Ahmad Salah's piece.
No!
No?
No!
You don't want to calm down? Okay, fine, you're not going to calm down because we have other people coming next. But before that, I'm going to wait for my co-host to run up to the stage. Yay! And then we're going to wait for my dad to sit down before we do anything.
What am I doing here?
You're not doing anything.
I'm
Whew. Next up, we got... Who's right to your right?
She's right here. Her?
Yeah, her.
It's Ina Suleiman.
Woo! And her piece is called Cultural Change.
Thank you. Hi. Because she will not ravage in obsession with senseless chit-chat sessions. Because she will not take lessons from those who want to make her feel less. They continuously test her, press her, attempt to confine her and stress, live by what they think is best. Indoctrinating her with culture ridiculousness, dictate what she should express, interfere with the way she dresses, to change into what they think is progress. Wrapped like an African goddess in headdress, she is embracing of her wholeness, accepting of her boldness, knowing she's more than what they assess, more and never less. Should she be judged? No. Should she be misjudged for choosing to be her and refusing to be them? I don't know, you tell me. Leave her. No, leave us with our simple simplicities, and we will leave you with your complex complexities. Let be what will be, you to yours and us free. Thank you.
Dani, clap! Yeah, that was Inas. She's one of the NAS with Notepads organizers, and we all worked really hard to do this evening, make this evening for you. So please clap for us.
Harder.
Yeah, because we're shameless and we want your love and we demand it. Okay, so we had two lovely young ladies come up on the stage and open our next section of performances, and I feel like you guys kind of so what we're going to do is we're going to bring you back
A very loud individual.
by the name of
Ma'bad.
Terri.
السلام عليكم يا جماعة. Okay, so let me first start by saying I've been witnessing a lot of generations, a lot of changes going in this generation. But change is normally a good thing, but is it always so? Is change always a good thing? Unfortunately, I found that wasn't true in a lot of cases, and to myself, I preferred to keep my old ways. So this piece is called I Am Retro. Yes, please. I am retro. If being retro refers to a time where meaning succumbed rhyme, then I'm definitely retro. If it refers to when music and songs had a message, not anthems of asses and cleavage, then I'm definitely retro. Today, my songs are called old school, they're called classics. But that was where we lived and thrived and grew up. I quote, I got shot 5 times but I'm still breathing. It's a proof there's a God if you need a reason, end quote. I still listen to Tupac and Marley, and so in your eyes I am retro. Does anyone else miss full-length dresses? Then you're downright retro. See, I come from a time where men were men and women were ladylike. Now you can't tell them apart despite God created us brothers. God created us brothers with tempers, clumsy hands and high pressures, and we learn to love it. God created you sisters beautiful, feminine, and full of love. So why does the apple tree strain so much to fall far away from it instead of saying retro? If it refers to when there was no collision between life and religion, then I will always be retro. When you yearned to learn, when you could live without and still enjoy and have fun, when you didn't need to drink alcohol and roll blunts, when in the same playing field you'll find ministers' sons playing with the less fortunate ones. When I learned what it meant to be disciplined by a neighbor or a perfect stranger, and if I complained, I'd be slipper slapped by my mother. But I got decency, sense, charity, righteousness beat right onto me. My big head got less thick every day, and even if to some I know it sounds appalling, but they were always just a step away to catch me when I'm falling. I won't raise my kid one day in any other way. I will teach him to be retro. If it's retro now, it wasn't back then, back when. If your father entered the room, you would stand up. You would stand up and you lowered your gaze until you got either the backhand slap or the friendly pat on the back. When you learn to show him the proper respect and not treat him like a piggy bank. And just as indifferent. So in that aspect, I guess I am retro. If I don't appreciate وين يا أصلي and زيت يا man. If I don't appreciate this mutilated dialect, if I don't appreciate senselessness and absolute lack of intellect, if I don't appreciate speaking like I was under the influence, I apologize. For my father taught me how to speak in confidence. He taught me to be retro. But I am not arrogant. I'm not claiming to be the last of a dying breed, but is it wrong for me to long for a time when generosity supersedes the monstrosities of greed? So my philosophy and creed, my audacity and need is to continue being retro. Why do we keep questioning that which was written and move mountains just to prove Al-Bur'i's urban legends? Why do we ignore the signs and why we fail to listen to he who does not age? And I remember the days before every self-acclaimed sheikh found it in his unholy worth to misinterpret, quote unquote, the holy verse. And I remember the days before every self-acclaimed sheikh find it in his unholy worth to misinterpret, quote unquote, the holy verse and have misguided harems of little boy servants and maidens, poor souls that think that they won lottery tickets to God's undying Eden. There are no shortcuts to heaven. There is no Facebook. There are no voices to post. There are no hadiths to share to nullify the sins you bear. You won't get salvation because some priest said so. I'll do it the old way, the old-fashioned way. I'll pray, I'll fast and worship, and I will stay retro. أحلى كلمة قولت يمه. قلت السلام عليكم في شارع ضلمة، أو قلت تفضل في ناس متلمة في صحن فتة وكورة لقمة، كوباية شاي تروق دمه وساء ورقدة ساعة في حصيرة جمة، ووصلت رحم والناس تهتم، وهرشة خالك وحضن العمة. إليله زمان الهمة.
صحيتوا ولا لسه؟ Yay!
This hardy host has arrived.
Yay! Okay. No, seriously though. Okay, I'm glad that Ma'bad came up here and did his thing and kind of got you riled up because this next performer really, really deserves your claps. So I'm calling it. Next up.
What?
Next up.
May?
Maya.
Maya?
Yes.
Maya?
Maya.
Maya?
Maya. Maya. Maya
Maya.
Noor.
So how for some Arabic okay? My piece is غرفتي الصغيرة. Guys hear me? كده كويس؟ غرفتي الصغيرة. أنا لي حكاية أردت أن أرويها لكنني خفت الحضور. فحكايتي ساذجة ما من بداية ولا نهاية ولا حدث يدور. حكاية فتاة كانت أنا واليوم لست هي وغدا لن أكون. كانت هي غرفة ضيقة بضيق ذاك الأفق. كانت هي وجودي ما غدرتها أبدا مع أن باب غرفتي كبير. ما غدرت غرفتي أبدا مع أن باب غرفتي كبير. لكنني سمعت حديثا للريح يقول أن اللون الأبيض انكسار اللون الأحمر أو أن ألوان الطيف هي انكسار اللون الأبيض وأنا باب غرفتي أحمر. خفت أن أقترب منه فتقطع يدي وأنا طفلا أخاف الدم. أما ملامح وجهي هي لغز كبير مع أنني سمعت أن لي أنفا وعينان سوداوان وشعر كموج مخملي. سمعت هذا ولي مرآة معلقة في الجدار ما طالعتها يوما. يقال الفضول ظلام. اكتفيت بحديث الريح وحديث الريح يقول أن لي عينان سوداوان وأنف وفمي علامة استفهام. أذكر أن كان لي كتاب ينام في إحدى الزوايا ما طالعته أبدا فجزء من غلافه مفقود منسي منذ عقود. وأنا سمعت والله أعلم أن من يقرأ كتابا غلافه مفقود تلعن روحه ويأكل عقله الطين. بقرب نافذتي نخلة تلاعب الطل الندي. كل يوم لي بتمرة تهديه تمر سكري. ما أكلته يوما أحصي به أيامي ما ذقته طعم التمر الشهي. فأنا سمعت والله أعلم أن من يأكل بيساره يأكل إبليس معه. وأنا لا أعرف يميني من يساري. شيء غبي حقا غبي ونصف تمرة لا يغنى من الجوع شيء. بقرب نافذتي نخلة ينام خلفها حلم كبير. هي خلف نافذة تلك النخلة خلف نافذة ينام خلفها حلم صغير. أما قلبي فهو كبير حقا كبير. أخبرني أن السماء أعظم من حدود ترسمها النافذة وأن النجوم لا تحصى بعكس تمر السكري. أخبرني قلبي أن حياتي تبدأ يوم خروجي من هذه الغرفة. أذكر يومها تلك الطريق بدت شهية وقريبة لذيذة كذاك الأفق. تلاصق ناظري تعانق قدمي تريد أن تحضنني وأنا ما احتجت بابا ولا نافذة ولا حديثا تأتي به الريح. احتجت قلبا يحلم بغد أكبر وسماء أوسع. احتجت قلبا يغسلني من خوفي من أمسي ومن آلامي فأركض خلف النجوم بشعر كموج مخملي وعينين سوداوين وفم يقول ويصرخ في وجه القدر أنا لي غد أنا لي غد.
قصيدتها حلوة كانت مش؟ حلوة شديد صح؟ حلوة. طيب even though we're live streaming ويعني يكون شكلنا زي اللي نحن ما منظمين لكننا نحن منظمين هنقول كده بالعربي عشان شنو ناس برا ما يعرفونا. يا يسرى تعالي يا يسرى تعالي انجحزي انجحزي.
That was a classic Sudanese poem. It's about children who miss their mother, and she's called Yusra. And they were saying, Yusra, you should come now. Anyway.
Those are some really badass kids who call their moms by their first name.
Ma, yalla, in sometimes in life. In this life, yeah, people like, you know, like when you're retelling the story of the children, they would say mom, but when you're retelling it, you would say the mother's name.
Right. Alright, let's move this along. Who's next?
Who's next?
Who's next? Abu Bakr Basha.
Abu Bakr Basha? Well, I don't...
Assalamu alaikum. This one's called Victims of War on Humanity. As I wake up every morning, I hear gunshots in a deafening silence. I smell the scent of gunpowder in the still air currents flowing but never going anywhere. It feels like hostility, it sounds like crossfire, and sounds like violence, but there are so many lies in the eyes of the people I meet that sometimes I can't make sense of what my eyes see. Dense minds never realizing the crimes committed on the daily, taking it all in their stride, not one to complain like their reactions were coded in their brains during nursery. A curse instilled in them from kindergarten through university as they graduate with diplomas saying victims of a war in humanity. We're spectators of our own descent to insanity, architects of our own demise at the hands of our false sense of vanity. Just a bunch of flies drooling over the fence, which looks so attractive due to the scent of pesticides emitting from the greener side. Most of us are too caught up in the trance instilled by dancing blaze, never realizing we're becoming slaves to an illusion. Greed is the seed that built its roots in our constitution to loosen our minds for its subliminal prostitution. Still, most of us just stare at the fence hoping one day a revolution will break it, but a revolution doesn't form by itself like a tropical storm. It takes people to make it. And the fence divides the raging tides that severed their ties with humanity and chose to collide, causing casualties of a pointless, endless war that sets fire to the grass after it dries from the negligence displayed by each side. Each one trying to cross over and keep the enemy from doing so at the same time as they fight for the real enemies in the capitals that turn the market into a monopoly, advertise dreams of grandeur and sold them poverty. I mean, some people are so poor that all they have is money. It ain't even funny how we spend our times reaching for something so far out of reach, it may as well be in another galaxy. Yet when it comes to us, we cower in fear behind the driver's seat as our blindness steers. But delusion may cause confusion to the untrained mind. We're all crickets in the field looking for something that was designed to be impossible to find with our third eye blind. On a crusade for lost answers to irrelevant questions which only expands our issues, trying to wear your ancestors' anger knowing well it doesn't fit you. Open your eyes and see. Even in the free world, your freedom don't come for free. You need a PhD in life, and once you realize you have to be tested to get your degree, I hope you'll open your cage and embrace your reality.
Go here first this time.
It's a competition, folks. Clap for him.
Clap. And clap for our performer. Come on, again, one more time. Seriously. Abu Bakr Basha is a very talented individual.
He is, and he's quite young too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like 5 years old, really.
He's quite tall for his age. You know, because he's 5.
Yeah.
No? Not funny? All right.
He should be fair height.
Moving along. Next up.
Next up, Rashad.
Thank you for not forgetting my dad's name.
This is a conversation that I had with a girl in my head. Both the girl and the conversation are in my head, so you're eavesdropping on my thoughts right now. You spell lust by the way you walk. It's the word that your gait utters in. When you turn around, I can trace it on your tight skirt wrapped around your panties to reveal the same letters in. Frankly, I'm ashamed that you excite me. I'm ashamed that my head turns around to the rhythm of your hips as you're walking past me. I'm following your footsteps, but to what do you invite me? When your brains is nowhere to be seen and my brains is shut down by your titties and the goodies in your jeans and the blood flows downwards and then it seems that the only thing I want to do is get there in between. Yes, I said it is the truth. Now I mean, brother, don't tell me nothing because I know this is wrong. I want to lower my gaze, but my sight is like iron and your magnet is too strong. Now my sense is out of service and my reasoning is gone. All I know is the car keys in my pockets and I got an empty home. And if you're not going, then there's plenty I can bone. With all these girls in the streets, there's no reason to sleep alone. But my mother told me something. She said, remember when you're grown that a woman is valuable, more precious than the stones. She said, a woman is more than an object to possess. She said, a woman is more than flesh to caress. She said, a woman is more than a body to undress. But my mother never told me that. But my mother never told me that women are few and they're ever getting less. And she replied, remember this is a conversation. She replied, she said, you men are not better than the girls you criticize. See, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't worry about my appearance and titty size. See, it's that mental oppression, the image you televise. You portray me as an object, and you complain that I'm an object, and you treat me like an object, but you won't hear me when I object, so objection, Your Honor. Objection, Your Honor. I'ma speak the truth to your face. You will not do the dirty work and dump on me the disgrace. I'm a product of society, a victim of your masculine ways, double standards, and dishonesty. See, on the mic, you talk that deep talk in front of them, but in reality, the least thing you're attracted to is a girl with personality. You want a girl to play with. You want a girl to play with. Night comes, you go and lay with. Tell her how you want to marry her. Give her hopes that she can stay with. You don't want to hear me lecture. You want to see me pole dance and strip. Cars you hit and run. Girls like me, you tap and dip, and that's your mentality. So work on that, please, and don't come around and blame it on how tight my skirt is. And boy, stop. Short.
I'm alone.
Ain't no sunshine.
Who's next?
Ain't no sunshine.
Guess who's next? Saturday is next.
Thanks for loving me, guys. Yay!
We love you.
This just in. I will no longer apologize for yelling at a dude who tries to cop a feel on the bus. Nope. I don't give a if you excuse me or not. I am outraged that you felt my rejection to give you my number is somehow an invitation for you to put your meaty, grubby hands on me. Nor will I apologize for causing a scene all up and through this bus, making all y'all uncomfortable. I will no longer apologize for standing up for myself, since clearly none of you deadbeats is going to. Oh yeah, chivalry is dead, and apparently so is feminism. Acting like it's none of your business. 5 minutes ago when I got on this bus, these two hens right here were talking about an in-depth discussion, right? I'm talking about in-depth discussion of my self-esteem. ولا حتى كحول ما خدتها قاعد اروح مقطع السماحة ولا شنو؟ And this gentleman over here had enough concern for me to ask in a low voice, Alowenia. So call me crazy, but no. I will no longer apologize for protecting myself from your dirty looks, your dirty thoughts, and your grimy, disgusting hands. I didn't even want to be on this bus anyway. No, really. I didn't even want to be on this bus anyway. But getting bullied on the road day in and day out got me at my wit's end. So while I'm at it, let me go ahead and no longer apologize for my driving skills, or the fact that I drive for that matter. I will not apologize for your delusions of grandeur on the road. Ain't nobody care that you got a pear and a steering wheel. Your junk does not give you right of way, my friends. And I will not apologize the next time you're on the road and your arrogant self decides to play chicken with me and loses. I don't care if my car gets banged up. Can't be much worse than what your cancerous attitude does to me on a daily basis. When nagulag gola, okay? I can't. Trying to assert myself on a daily basis has got me, it's just, my need for self-preservation is depleted. So trust me, I have nothing left to lose. So let me tell you that the next time that you come at me from your car, all ho, 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 barking at me, trying to scare me, best believe my back will be straight, head up, chin thrust in your face like a fist. Because mama taught me not to slouch, and baba taught me to fight. They say the meek will inherit the earth, and if they want it, they can have it. Because I will no longer apologize for fighting for my right to exist. I will no longer apologize for expressing my opinion, and I certainly will no longer apologize for having one. I will no longer apologize for being smarter, quicker, and more articulate than you. I will no longer apologize for having goals that do not include you. I will no longer apologize for realizing my worth despite what you do. والما عجبه بحر قريب كمان قال لي ما دي زايد.
Wow. Sarah, I don't want to host alone.
Are you scared?
I'm scared.
Are you intimidated?
They love you.
You guys love Sadiq, right? You guys love Sadiq, right?
Do you guys love yourself?
Wow, the pause there was a little concerning.
Yeah, Jamal. Life is good, yo. Be happy. Clap. Clap for life.
Be content with yourselves. You are who you are.
All right. Next up, we have Yusra Lege.
Yeah, well, this is a really nice break for you guys, so enjoy it.
So this next song is by Adele, who I beg to argue is the new Mariah Carey. I will not claim to be Adele, but I hope this is a nice break for you.
When will I see you again? You left with no goodbye, a single word was said. No final kiss to seal any scenes. I had no idea the state we were in. I know I have a big old heart and a bitterness, and I'm wondering I'm living this in my head. But don't you remember? Don't you remember the reason you left me before? Baby, please remember me once more. When was the last time you thought of me? Or have you completely erased me from your memory? I often think about where I went wrong. The more I do, less I know. I
تاني قبل ما تنزل.
You guys having a good time? Can you hear me? You guys having a good time? Really? Really? الناس اللي ورا ديك, hello, hi guys in the back. Hi. You guys having a good time? Because I can't hear you. I hear these 3 rows. اللي ورا. Clap, I guess, is the cue here.
Wonderland.
Announcement. We really want to hear your opinions. So if you have anything to say, if you have any comments, any suggestions, أي حاجة, please grab one of the organizers, me, Sadiq, Inas, Ma'bad, Sadat Inada, Ahmed Tariq, any one of us. Please let us know if, you know. Look at right there. I also would like to give a special shout out to 2 of our organizers who aren't here, Ahmed Mahmoud and Mohammed Hussein Izzu. Yay! They couldn't be with us, but they send you their love from afar. That being said, we are going to take a 5-minute break. And when I say 5, I mean 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-minute break.
Wait, I have an announcement too.
Please go ahead.
You guys are really cool.
Yeah. You guys don't care that you're cool?
You know, okay, خلاص, you're not cool.
You're cool. والله العظيم you're cool. اتبسطوا يا اخوان, اتبسطوا. طيب, get
5 minutes.
5 minutes. Seriously. In case you don't know what that is, that's the alarm to sit down.
This life, these situations, all this time. What?
You guys ready? You guys sitting down? Ready?
Ready.
Fighter.
You guys aren't listening. I think you should.
There. I clap. Start the clap.
Start the clap. ابتدائي clap يا سارة, ابتدائي. Yay!
Oh, so much fun. So much fun.
My throat hurts now. Okay.
All right.
Okay. Before we get to our next performer, we have a very unusual special guest by the name of my dad. And he's coming to say a footnote.
This is a footnote. This is a footnote to the reference. The reference in what's her name? Qutub Yahya's poem. She mentioned Biringi. As you know, starting from this week, Khartoum is a tobacco-free city. So I'm just quoting. The only solution to air pollution is to hold your breath until you're dead. I'm very proud of everybody, and you give us hope. Shukran. Shukran lakum ta'ala.
Thanks, Dad. Okay, without further ado,
we bring to you
one of our favorite, oh, I can't rhyme that. One of our favorite poets.
definitely.
Sarah Zinada.
السلام عليكم. سامعني كويس؟ سامعيني كويس كده؟ Is it better? Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to rehearse this, so I didn't get to memorize it. I have to read off my notebook. Violent savages on the brim of committing mass harm for a stupid, harmless film. Hateful, hated, and hating, all over the world with the faces so grim. Shame and glory have never been so confused. For fury was all it was, and fury is all it will bring. Hateful, hated Muslims, that's all what it seems. A quiet feeling of dislocation and heartbreak over failure that is being yelled, stomped, expressed, celebrated. A bunch were there, they meant no ill. To protest in peace is all they will, but the turn of events left them helpless. Their voices drowned in the mess. Change is what they all wanted, but change is what was missed. To change the world, one must change oneself. To change the world, you must change the process.
Hello. Next up, we have another very special treat, another collaboration by three of our very own. Sarah Al-Hassan, Inas Sulaiman, and Sarah Sinada.
The life
Voices in my head, whispering. Ideas birthed in my heart, rumbling. Words struggling in my chest. A lump in my throat, and I exhale, quote, ink running down the corners of my mouth. Onto my notepad, words flutter through my core. Healing my wounds, changing my world, relieving my soul.
My spirit is filled to the brim. Forget wearing my heart on my sleeve. These words are crawling on my skin, pouring out this pen like raging waters down an angry river. Papers flying like autumn leaves in the wind. Scratch that. Papers falling like leaves off the trees in winter. I rake them up, admire the still raw fruits of my labor. The ship has clearly set a sail. Now which path to take to complete this glorious tale?
This tale, an embellishment like dark henna on brown skin, circling crooked toes and fingers so thin. From prayer-marked ankles, it treks to reach scarred knees, leaving trails of black leaves, twigs, and daisies. Twigs they snap under feet and paths, petals shiver in the sky's wrath. But the sun and the moon, like a poet's pen and mind, birth warmth and light in journeys again and again. Thank you.
Your side.
ما قدرت تجيب جنبي يعني.
No.
لا عليك. لا على أخلاقك. طيب.
Next up,
عمر محجوب.
woo! Woo! Where you at?
Assalamu alaikum. How's everyone feeling tonight? Really? Oh, look at that. Yeah, so since change is the theme and everyone else is speaking of change, so I thought we might practice a little bit of change, okay? So we're going to have a little poll here tonight. I wrote 2 poems. I'm not going to tell you what either one is about, okay? And I need you to pick one. Those in favor of the first one, raise your hands.
First one.
Those in favor of the second one, raise your left hand. Okay, the second one. By the way, this is not a transparent poll. It's been fixed by the powers that be. Them. Yeah, so here it goes. I'm so for change. It's not even funny. I'm a changeaholic, and I need some money. I call for mass demonstrations on public transportation, and I start random fusses on random buses. I'm disgusted. Matter of fact, I want to change the entire public. I demand change from Sudan to the real banana republic. Change, old change. That's my version of good old change, because change is good. Yeah, I said it. Change is good. If change was the wife and I was the husband, we wouldn't have any issues. We wouldn't get a divorce, because she's my ultimate inspiration and my power source. I look for change everywhere, and I change my clothes 5 times a day. Matter of fact, I can't remember the last time anything in my life remained the same, not even my permanent teeth. I change faces and beliefs when I watch a good debate on YouTube. Yeah. Or a good rebuttal. So, yeah, change is the thing. I don't fear change, but rather fear the lack of it. And even though change means my demise, I still advocate. Obama's campaign provoked jealousy in my heart. That's my slogan, punk. And everyone should memorize it from finish to start. It's not that long incorporated in a song like the music industry. Does that need change too? Well, that's no mystery. I'm so into change, it's starting to get to me. I'm so into change, it's starting to get to me. I said I'm so into change, it's starting to get to me. I blacked out. Okay.
Since the theme is all about change, you just changed the ending on all y'all, so boom!
Next person. Next person is a teacher.
She's an awesome teacher.
Great teacher, wonderful teacher.
She's amazing.
Hope we all learn from her poem.
And she also sang for you in the very beginning of this program. Songs of Haja.
Yeah.
Forget it. Rasha Hamid.
Rasha Hamid, yo. Round of applause, clap harder.
How to teach to change the world. Read them Maya, Langston, Akaya, Polacco, wrap them in the promise and power of words. Call them mathematicians, writers, dancers, dreamers. Give them tools to make them a world. Elicit their questions, but withhold answers, that they might seek their own truths. Allow them their names, your tongues will not break. Help them draw strength from their roots. Demand every hand be outstretched if one falls. Mention that life exists beyond these walls. Teach them that money is not the same as worth. Our value is not determined by the circumstances of our birth. Show them beauty is not one color or texture or size, that real is beautiful, and the media lies. Tell them simple stories of women and men of every color, every creed, every religion. Act out Rosa's courageous stands, the story of Wangari's trees, how Harriet never lost a passenger and Mahatma marched to the sea. Mandela was free in his cell while Victor Hara never stopped singing, and Martin painted pictures with words that started the bells of freedom ringing. Invite them to join you and rise up singing redemption songs, these songs of freedom, with all their breath and all their might, to the babies and to the elders alike, that their lives might ignite change.
Raja Hamid, everybody. Yay! I have really sad news. We're running out of notebooks. Wow.
Oh,
Yeah. No, you're right. It is sad. But guess what? There's still some left. Yay!
you can still get more?
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. You're talking to me. Yes, you can.
Wow.
You just donate. Just 20 pounds. Just 20 pounds is all it takes to get a wonderful Nas with Notepads notebook. So you can remember this night forever. And remember us forever. And remember our love forever. And the fact that we love you and you love
Never
us.
forget. Never.
No love?
No.
Alright. In that case, I guess we'll just call up the next performer, since you guys don't love us. His name is Nagy Mansour.
Please welcome him. Round of applause.
Day 7. All ever I wanted to do was good. Not because I thought I had to, but because I always thought I should. If I could be, I'd be that hero to humanity. You know, the one that brings some kind of sanity to a world otherwise plagued with emptiness and vanity. The reality, I got caught up by the same dunya that I wanted to change. Left me a slave and slightly, or maybe even more so, deranged. It's only the Most High that loosened the shackles, made clear to me some of life's debacles. Now instead of looking up to music and television crooks, I now look up to books on a shelf. Forget about saving the world, man. I just want to save myself. So just how did I end up in here alone with all my fears in the darkness of a 2x2 cell, thinking like, what the hell? Nobody really even cares about somebody labeled the Big T. A slander, straight up ferocious animosity. A weapon that destroys lives with an accelerated velocity, leaving brothers discarded, disowned, and stigmatized. Oh, what an atrocity it is in this day and age to have someone outside the deen rewrite a page in our lives that they never even knew of or even seen. Just because they despise us something keen and want to bring us down to our knees in order to turn us into spies so they can strike fear into our lives. You know what I mean? And if you don't, just ask my wife, who just spent the last 7 days in captivity with me. I remember that first day crying. They marched her past me. Already locked up, choked up. I could do nothing but pray and gasp. Looking on as they tried to remove her hijab. Ya Allah, please make this test easy for us fast. And at last, His favor finally came through. And they let her be. But she remained on lockdown too. But alhamdulillah, today she's going home, although without me, nobody knows the joy that I feel. Truly Allah protects His friends from their foes, if He so wills. Now, I know this occasion doesn't exactly call for a celebration or even a happy meal, but I still feel the need to drop to my knees and perform sajdat al-shukr. Now it's day 14. I'm still being interrogated by agents of kufr. Their repeated threats echo through my head like the bass from a subwoofer. They want to know all that I said, where I've been, what I've seen, whether or not I'm quote unquote clean, if I visited any particular scenes, and a few people who are very, very close to me. So I tell them, you can't choose your family or your brothers in deen. So with regards to your questions, insinuations, your allegations, my position is that number one, it's a fallacy, and two, has nothing to do with me. So if you got beef with them, suggestion you go and talk to their mamas instead of bringing me this drama. Oh, I'm going to tell you the truth. I know I'm true. That doesn't mean I'm part of their crews or privy to all that they do. Wait, whoa, hold up. What you want me to do? You want me to work for you? You want me to drop info on my bros and get paid for it too? I'm sorry, son, even though you got me between a rock and a hot spot, you're in the company of one of the few. I'll tell you right now that shit ain't going down, and as a matter of fact, punk you. I'm now told the heat will increase for me and my family until I fall into submission. I remind them that we only here by Allah's permission, and it's our vision to have support for one another, even though our missions may be different to each other. That means we should try to advise and correct one another instead of trying to sell each other out to those without a doubt want to screw us up, down, in, and out in the name of a policy, a benefit, an interest that doesn't involve me. So I resolve to be a brother to the end, seeking a happiness much higher than that of money or even a friend. So excuse me, please, as once again I bend to my knees. This time, I make dua. Now it's day 21. Every time I see one of these oppressive niggas, I just want to booyah any way I can. They done messed with my fam, shook up my clan, put me in a column of the damn, all for a sham. They thought I'd be the weak link that will crumble under a bit of pressure and succumb to the hostile measures and demonic demands, but a higher order set out to prove them wrong by laying out his plan and making this weak brother strong, showing them exactly what is a man, and that sometimes the right path is long and hard. A test through an unlikely card thrown on my table. This ain't no Hollywood flick, fantasy, or fable. This shit happens for real to ordinary gals and guys. Maybe a way for the creator to appeal to their spiritual sides, make them wise, or maybe even purify them of their shortcomings and deficiencies. And these divine algorithms and their efficiencies will never be completely known unless we cross over to the other side. So in the meantime, I ponder this enigma we call life. Ask for protection and forgiveness for myself, provision for my wife and fam. And may he guide us all until we fall, and no matter by whose hands, it is he who is the taker. And right now, I fear none but he, and I think I'm now ready to meet my maker. I say my shahada. It's day 28, and I still got daydreams of my kids calling for their data. I wonder if I'll ever see him again, but right now that don't matter. I look towards a different relationship to get me through the days. And in my heart exists a curious haze, a mixture of peace and a desire for revenge, redemption by violence, the most quickest way to cleanse this heart. No, these hearts that have suffered for far too long at the hands of those that are so wrong. Ya Rabbi, please make me among those who see past this confusion. My heart has had an emotional bruising and it's affected my mental. Now I know keeping it together with knowledge is an instrumental component of my belief, and I should never get too sentimental with grief, because this picture that I'm in is so much more bigger than me. Back to the peace that I feel within. I feel like in here I can do no sin, because I'm forever relying on him in the depths of this prison. But everything happens for a reason, so it's all good as long as I do the right thing. And so for now, I sing praise to the one that has given me 4 weeks of ibadah with the utmost sincerity. My best friends, Salah, Dua, Adhkar, have helped to take me this far. Days of darkness and exercise that brings you closer to Allah. A real khalwa, knowing that your demise can be realized at any time, even in a blink of an eye. I raise my hands to my face and I cry. It's day 37 now, and I continue to immerse myself in reading, never heeding this place that I'm in. Don't think much anymore about my kin, because they in Allah's hands. It always was and always will be. But now I believe this truly and say it with all certainty now. I can't tell you the difference between red and burgundy, but the more important things in life have been made that much more clear to me. They have imprisoned and tortured me, tried to dissect me, infect me with fear from their clear, repugnant audacity. All the while, I just give them a scowl or a crooked smile, because these tests have already passed me. But don't take my serenity as a sign of weakness. I still remember the bleakness that I felt when your soldiers had their guns to my baby's head, promising to leave her for dead, so she don't grow up to become part of a new generation that don't shit the bed, contrary to a usual manifestation of when we hear you coming. Would that be a legacy that we used to be drumming? Striking fear into your hearts from a month's marching distance en masse. An instance experienced by our emirs of the past and the rightly guided. Those who abided and was honored with victory when death was welcome. Nothing but a mere simplicity. Fast forward 1400 years, yo, they just killed Aulagi, one of their own, over fears that he could ignite the Ummah through a different tone. Not first a call to arms without first a call to knowledge. And through this college, our actions and reactions will be made clear. And to who it is that we should truly fear and pay homage. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammad Rasulullah. Is there now any question? I think not. My blood, albeit hot, has been reined in between the reins of truth and knowledge of deen. A few more things have been made clear to me, namely yaqeen, tawakkul, and tawheed. Never again will I buckle, even if they make me bleed. Proud to be a part of a glorious creed. And then suddenly, they come to me and tell me I'm free, that I can go. Just like that, without any explanations or apologies. I now know what I must do for myself, my ummah, and my family. I smile as I leave, being careful not to show the slightest hint of my scorn. It's day 37, and another terrorist is born.
Bend down. Bend down.
Next up.
Yeah. Go. Tanya Munira Williams.
Hello, hello. Good evening. How are you all? Woo! Yeah. Okay, so I'm about to break every single rule in the poet book. All right? I am nervous. Sorry, and that's wherever she went. She said not to say you're nervous, but I am actually nervous. So I decided that I need you to humor me before I actually start, okay? So this is how you humor me. All the ladies in the house say, hey! Hey! All the brothers in the house say, ho! Ho! Again, ladies in the house say, hey! Hey! Brothers in the house say, ho! Ho! Okay, I'm feeling a little humor, okay? I think it will be okay. My name is Tanya Munira Williams. I'm one half of a hip-hop and spoken word duo called Poetic Pilgrimage in the UK. I paid her. Okay, I'm going to do this poem. And it's called Dear Everyone. At least I think it's called that. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Brothers and sisters. Dear brothers and sisters, fathers and sons, mothers and daughters, they're everyone. They're absolutely everyone. They're street hustlers, bus conductors, school children and OAPs, prostitutes and others in need. The weak and the hollow, the weak and the hollow. Malish. Brothers in the house say hey. No, sisters say hey. Sisters say hey. Role reversal. We're not about oppressing genders here. We are about liberation and freedom. Okay. I'm going to start once again, if you don't mind. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Bismillah. Brothers and sisters. They're brothers and sisters, fathers and sons, mothers and daughters. They're everyone. They're absolutely everyone. They're street hustlers, bus conductors, school children and OAPs, prostitutes and others in need, the weak and the not so, the warm-hearted and the hollow, the rich and the poor, those who voted for and against the war. They're everyone. They're absolutely everyone. They're students and teachers. They're manic street preachers. They're loved and lovers. dear single fathers, dear baby mothers, dear orphans, dear widows and divorcees, refugees and amputees, dear soldiers who bring the innocent to their knees. Dear terrorists, dear freedom fighters, dear dirty old man laying on the floor almost lifeless, cause he's offloaded, so now she's corroded. Dear precious little girl with a bludgeoned womb, please hear my words. You are not a victim, but a victor. You are not a victim, but victorious in all your glory, and surely the Lord of jinn and mankind will bring you through this. Blaming yourself is fruitless. Dear angel of death, dear kiss of life, dear everyone, dear absolutely everyone. Dear rude girls and the man them hanging out on street corners. Dear Rasta babies of the 80s and the pirate radio stations that shaped me. Dear Bangy Berry. Dear little Damalola Taylor. Dear Jamie Bolger. Dear Victoria Adejo Colombier. Dear Dunblane. Dear Mark Duggan. Dear Smiley Culture. Dear Sean Riggs. Dear Olasane Lewis. Dear Jean Charles Medeiros. And the list of those who died at the hands of the police go on. Dear everyone. They're absolutely everyone. Where I come from, we cry, we shout, we scream, 13 dead, yet nothing said. So it's no wonder my being is restless. So much heat inside of my chest, I feel breathless. The urge to weep, yet the desire to speak rises. The urge to weep, yet the desire to speak for those whose voices got lost in the wind rises from my solar plexus, reaching a crossroad, a place of nexus, a ball of heat on the tip of my tongue. I'm far from a modern day saint. I'm far from a modern day saint, but I've got to sing these songs. It's no conundrum. I wasn't born by a river in a little tent, but like Sam Cooke said, a change gon' come. I swear a change gon' come, cause a change must come. So tired of the humdrum, the apathy in the hearts that are numb. But we've got to want it. We've got to want it like a baby once out of the womb, or like before our death, we'll run out of the tomb into the light of day, but we get blinded by sparkly things. We forget the purpose of living. Dear Lord, please forgive our misgivings. Believers and non-believers, dreamers and seekers, mothers and daughters, fathers and sons. Dear Lord, please bless everyone, absolutely everyone. Ameen.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
We're coming up towards the end of this program.
End of the program.
And we just want to say that we love you.
Love you so much. Next performer.
Our last performer.
Our last performer for tonight. Hope you enjoy.
The illustrious
Idrisi. Ahmed Idrisi.
Wake me up when all the struggle ends. And everything is sky high beautiful. And all the sufferings I never worn as dresses on the shoulders of the oppressors or the government. Wake me up when everybody knows the real meaning of confidence and no one mistakes my 2 cents for arrogance. Wake me up to save me from the nightmare I'm trapped in, cause frankly, I'm just another Clapton, suppressing my tears with a heavenly mind state, giving me the ability to rhyme great. Wake me up in a time where love flames blaze eternally, roads paved with burgundy flowers that portray the eccentricity of my right brain in this very hour. Wake me up in a time where power ain't to the people, but the people are the power. Wake me up. Wake me up. Way back in time, back when I used to scribble my lines on the inside of my mother's womb. Detach the cord from my umbilicus, stick it to my hemispheres, cause I needed food for ideas. Spitting deja vus with fluid flows that interacts with the dubs of her heartbeat. Wake me up when money grows on trees, honey don't OD. Lose yourself in the melody. Watch my soul unleash little tachyons that travel time zones and be beyond the human imagination. Wake me up when you find poverty an equation.
Yay! We're done! Woo! Did you guys have a good time?
Did you enjoy it? Say yeah.
Okay. Really?
I was too late, right? من قبل الكلام ده وين؟
Seriously, من قبل الكلام ده وين؟ سؤال جد. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you all so much. Give yourselves a round of applause.
Now give me a round of applause.
Really, yeah. And give yourselves a round of applause, those of you who donated. Clap for yourselves. Don't fake like you donated. Don't fake like you donated if you didn't. If you didn't donate, you don't get to clap for yourself. Don't lie. Don't
Do
lie.
you want to clap for yourself?
As Yusuf, I'm looking at you. Liar. No, seriously, thank you all so much for coming. We really appreciate it. We hope you had a good time. On behalf of Nas with Notepads, seriously, thank you. If you want to learn more about us, right there is our website, naswithnotepads.com. We have a Twitter account at NWN Notepads. NW Notepads. Wow, that really is hard. Our email is naswithnotepads@gmail.com or nwnotepads@gmail.com. Thank you.
Thank you.
صوركم حسه